Hi Chris,
Oh,
it's lovely to meet you again.
thank you.
We've again enjoyed ourselves very much at the Beverley Festival, and this is the last day. So how are you? How's it been going?
It's been great. It's been a really good weekend. We've been quite lucky with the weather
Brilliant, yeah.
because although it's a little bit wet and cold on Friday, yesterday was a lovely day and today's been good as well. So we've had lots of people out and about in the festival village. Music's been going on. We've had the craft stores have been full, catering, and of course in the main venues they've been pretty full as well. And some great music and lots of fantastic young musicians this year, more than ever, which has been really good.
Yeah, I've been impressed with all the new fresh bands that have been coming through. It's been really good. There's lots of things going on around as well, isn't there? There's we went along to the Friary to some of the workshops, and they were really nice. And you've got the barge as well, which looks good, just up. So there's lots of things going on around outside the main parts of the festival too, isn't there?
Yeah, we're trying to sort of work a bit more with the Barge Preservation Society. They're one of our newly formed partners. We try to form partnerships with quite a few local organisations so that we can be mutually beneficial to each other through promoting events or helping with sharing expertise, marketing, and the Preservation Society, the Barge people, asked us if we could supply some musicians and dancers for them, which is what we did for today. And the Friary is a venue that we love. We've always used it. It's a great old Dominican friary, which is now a youth hostel, but it's perfect for workshops and small events. And of course we have the dance teams in the main part of the town. So there's quite a lot of things going on around the town and in the pubs as well, of course.
And we went to some of those as well, yeah, they were absolutely full of life indeed, yeah, and lots of musicians sort of jamming and everything. It was wonderful, it was really good. Yeah. So, what next then for the Beverley Folk Festival?
Well, we're trying to develop the partnerships I mentioned with you. We've got the Warren, which is an organisation in Hull, which is just putting on a concert this afternoon featuring some of the refugee musicians that are now based in Hull, and they work a lot with unemployed young people, giving the opportunity to record and make music. We're hoping to work in partnership with them a bit more, and other partners, for instance the Hull Jazz Festival, Music Port, and the Beverley Film Society, some of those, and we're sort of seeing how we might work together with them a bit more. Beverley Film Society presenting the Film Club this weekend, which has been popular. So that's one thing, but we're expanding our youth work as well. We've got a great programme called the Area 2 programme, which Sam Pert runs, which is for young musicians. And I think this weekend, more than ever, we've seen so many fantastic young bands and young musicians. I think there's more young musicians and young people than there are older people, which must be a first, you know, and they're fantastic. Yesterday, for instance, Moore, Moss and Rutter, who started live at the Folk Festival in the Area 2 programme and won the Radio 2 Folk Awards this year for Young Musician of the Year, they stood at the last minute to replace Martin Carthy on the main stage and supported Barbara Dixon. So that was a real highlight for them. I think that was great, and we've got Four Square supporting Bellowhead tonight. But the great, you know, the musicians have been fantastic, the young ones. That's been really good.
And there's a lot of it's got a really strong folk tradition, as clearly as Beverley, but there's a lot of you reach out to other musical genres as well, don't you, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, we're trying to make, I mean, we don't like to think that we're just traditional folk music, because I think folk music these days expands a lot broader than the sort of idea of what
it's got a contemporary feel to it, hasn't it?
It has, and so we're sort of, we've got a lot of contemporary young songwriters, older songwriters as well. I mean, we had Paul Carrick headline this year on the Friday, and you know, of course, a lot of people say, well, what has he to do with folk music? Which you might say not a lot. And he was sort of saying before he went on stage, well, I've never played a folk festival before, I'm not sure they're going to like me. But it was a fantastic concert.
We were at that,
He was great, and at the end he said, I really enjoyed it, and one of his band members said they've never been treated so well and enjoyed themselves so much. So I think it's great that some of these other bands are coming and performing at a folk festival and realise that the folk festivals they're not necessarily the image that people imagine them to
That's
be.
right, yeah, sort of evolved, haven't they, and matured really in a sense.
That's right, yeah.
So, and we saw Saffron as well, so you've got links with the Bert and Agnes Festival as well.
Yeah, Saffron, she actually lives in my village, which is nice. So we've been trying to partner with Bert and Agnes as well, and this year we're putting on a couple of musicians there in their great hall over their jazz festival.
Oh, that'd be good.
And Saffron came and performed yesterday, in fact. So that's another of the partnerships that we're forging. So it's great, really, and we're trying to involve as many local organisations, arts organisations, but also we've been lucky in that we've been getting support from other sponsors in kind, and this year our health and safety team has been sort of sponsorship in kind from a local company called ARC, which is an offshoot of ARCO, who supplied some of the stewards equipment last year, and they've been fantastic helping us to make sure we're sort of keeping everybody safe on site.
No, that's really
We've also formed a link with Northern Rail.
Oh yes, that's good.
Which is very good.
Yeah.
Take the festival train, that's the motto.
Yes.
And they're sort of marketing the festival through their website, their customers and their staff as well.
And so if people have come by train, they can actually get 10% discount, can't
That's
they?
right, next year's 2012. So so that's another sort of link that we've formed.
Yeah, that's really good. So myself here. Right, because I know it was interesting that the East Riding Cultural Strategy was launched at Beverley, a reflection really on how important the festivals become in culturally to East Yorkshire.
Yes, well, the East Riding Cultural Strategy it's been a long process of bringing it together over 3 or 4 years, facilitated by the East Riding of Yorkshire Council, and it's involved organisations, a lot of organisations from around East Yorkshire, different types of groups or different types of groups really, and we've been talking about how we see the future of culture in East Riding, and it was felt that after 4 years of putting it together, and it's now ready it's been published, they would like to launch it at a live event, and we said come along to the festival, because the festival is all about culture, how to encourage and stimulate culture in this area, and it's obviously a perfect place to do it. So that happened on Friday, and we offered people that came to the launch a chance to see some of the activities that were going on at the festival, and in fact we got 2 groups of young musicians to come along. One of them was Seafret, which is a young duo from Bridlington, and the other was it was the culmination of a project we'd done with singer-songwriter Henry Priestman, who'd been working with some local kids, and they did a short performance. So we're trying to give people a bit of a flavour of the festival and see what culture's all about and what potential it has.
Yeah. Brilliant. So when you're not running festivals, what do you do?
Not a lot, there's not much time. No, actually I run a music agency called Adastra, and we work with a similar sort of artists to what we've got on at the festival, and so we work with them throughout the UK and overseas. And we're all here this weekend, everybody from the office is here working in one form or another. So it's great, so we'll all be in the office tomorrow absolutely exhausted.
You will, won't you?
Don't ring us tomorrow.
And do you play as well? Are you a musician yourself?
Well, I don't know whether I'd call it a musician, but I do play in a Ceilidh band. It's just a local Ceilidh band, the White Horse Ceilidh band.
That's good.
And we do gigs around the area, so that's good.
What do you play?
Bass guitar.
Oh, fantastic.
I used to play double bass, well I still do sometimes, but my car's not big enough, so...
No, they're big things.
Bass guitar.
Oh, that's it. That's really good. Is there anything else you want to tell us?
No, I mean, just to say, we really appreciate everybody that's come along, visited the festival, and all the people that have helped, especially the volunteers and people that supported it, and we're sort of looking forward to next year now, sort of planning on how we can improve on things.
Yeah.
And,
So does that mean that the minute the festival ends, you immediately starting to think about the next one?
well, we've already started thinking about it before this one's ended. So, yeah, because you've got to keep things fresh. So we're trying to think of ideas for next year.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, we've really enjoyed the festival.
Very nice to see you back.
Oh, thank you.
I love the marquee.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
I'm glad you
yeah,
like it.
yeah.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you.